All right, hello Kuna. We are going to be doing a city council meeting review, June 4th, 2024. This one is pretty short, less than 20 minutes. I think the last one was pretty short as well. So, feast or famine, I guess. Looks like there was a ad hoc flum. Not sure what that's about.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Now we can move to the consent agenda, number 3.
Any discussion? No? Okay.
The amendment was changing the date certain from June 4th to
Of their appointed members occur. Appoint members to the ad hoc committee 2024.
Carries. All right, now business items, number 7. Doug Hanson.
Good evening, members of the council. Per resolution R23, 2024, the city council may appoint members to the ad hoc committee who are alternates and/or may appoint new members to the ad hoc committee when vacancies of their appointed members occur. There is a vacancy for one of the Ada County resident seats. 2 applications were submitted. The applicants' letters of interest and resumes are in your packet. The request from you this evening is seeking an appointment from the council to fill the vacancy, and both applicants are here this evening to address any questions you might have. With that, I'll stand by for any questions.
Doug?
Question. Doug, are we selecting one person to fill one spot and an alternative?
For the record, Doug Hanson, Kuna Planning and Zoning. At this point, we are just seeking to fill one spot.
Okay, thank you.
Are both gentlemen here? I'll have them come up one at a time. We can start with Mr. Queen. You'll come up and just give us a brief explanation about yourself.
The red light. Great, thank you.
Oh, Flum, this is the future land use map. So, yeah, this is kind of important. That future land use map, due to state law, can tend to limit what sort of development, or especially like for mixed use development, putting in, high density residential, and elected officials cannot just arbitrarily deny projects or approve them. They need to have a reason. And if the future land use map tends to be the thing that ties their hand.
Just state your name for the record.
My name is Chad Queen. I'm an Ada County resident. We are in the Kuna impact zone. My children go to Kuna schools, but we don't live in the city.
Sorry about the audio volume.
And you can just tell us about yourself unless you had any questions specifically.
I've been a Kuna resident since 2001. We lived inside the city of Kuna until 2008 when we moved just outside. We own a couple rental properties in the city of Kuna. I like the community. I like the growth rate to be managed. And I would love to see a little more influence on how the outlying areas that aren't Kuna yet, that are slowly getting annexed in, are managed, and look down in the future. I think that there's some great solutions for land use in the immediate area. As Kuna grows into Nampa, grows into Meridian, in those areas. So I'd like to be part of that and
Awesome.
have a voice.
Thank you. Do you gentlemen have any questions?
Yeah, question. You live in Kuna? I live on the corner of Amity and Black Cat.
This is Ada County seat, right, Doug? Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Queen.
Thank you.
And the next one. Mr. Tanner?
Well, I think we're about sixes. My name is Corey Tanner, and I live in the area of impact. I live on Lake Hazel and 10 Mile, so I'm in the county. Have lived here since 2010, but I'm native to the valley, grew up. My dad was a land developer, and so I grew up doing construction, and I have a property management company. My son is going to be a senior.
So, yeah, the land developers, obviously, they want to develop the land, and then the other gentleman. So it'll be interesting to see who they end up voting for.
At Kuna next year, and so we've been very oriented towards Kuna and the growth of the city, which has been so much in the last 14 years that we've seen.
So generally, if you're anti-growth, you want to be probably doing the first guy, and then if you want more development going on, you probably want the second guy.
In thinking about participating in this committee, I have done some other participating in the city. I've been on the art commission previously. I have volunteered and led the charge on the Kuna Food Bank numerous times. It's a great town. A year and a half ago, in addition to my other business, my wife and I started a soda shop, Snurk's Soda Shop downtown. What we really want to see is just the town continue to grow in a positive and good way. I'm not much for grumbling. I'm not a huge fan of grumbling. I think growth will happen. It has been happening, and that's okay. But I think what's important is that it is informed growth, and that we talk about it, and we voice our opinions, and we stand behind those opinions, and we have smart growth, and we pursue the best possible solution. So my effort is really positive. I'm an irrational optimist. I get that from my father, and my effort in participating in this committee really is to be a resource and to be a help and to strengthen the inside of that. I do manage a handful of HOAs inside the city currently in our management company, and we have about 250 rental properties that we manage across the valley. So I'm very involved in real estate and developments and communities I'm in and out all across the valley just because of what I do. But I have a vested interest in Kuna and wanting Kuna to grow in the right way.
Thank you. Do you gentlemen have any questions? Thank you, Mr. Tanner.
Just for the record, Doug Hanson, Kuna Planning and Zoning. For the record, Mr. Queen, his parcel that he lives at is actually just outside of the area of city impact, but as he mentioned, he does own property within the city of Kuna.
Okay, thank you. Well, you guys have reviewed all the information. I'll accept a motion when you guys are ready. Or if you have any discussion or thoughts or.
Both seem very qualified. I do actually have Mr. Queen. You have a second? I have a question for you. Just came up. Sorry.
So the yeah, future land use. If you don't want development, you change it away from mixed use, and you basically make it all like rural residential, 10-acre lots. That's actually Ada County zoning, but not the city of Kuna. But that's kind of the general thing. You can they can do that and see if the city elected officials approve that, and then if they do, then that basically says to developers it's a closed door. The city attorney mentioned that the future land use map basically is a big old billboard to developers saying develop here. So if you want to have a big old billboard saying do not come here, stop developing, then that's where you would change that future land use map. All right, let's see what they go with.
Yeah, no worries.
So my question was just about your National Guard. Yes. Is that going to interfere possibly in sitting on the committee, you think? I am in my final year. This is my 36th year of service. I've been in the Army, active Army for 31 years, 36 years with the Guard time, and I'm retiring at the end of, I'll be completely retired by the end of 25. I don't have a deployable position anymore. I'm at state headquarters, so they don't send guys of my tenure over the pond, as they say, so I don't see why that would have any challenges.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Any other questions? No. I'm not sure about the impact. I know that we pay the schools and our children go to the schools, so.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, we have several properties inside city limits.
Quick question before you leave. Your construction project engineering, do you think that's going to help you in understanding what we're trying to put together?
I think it'll have an influence on it for sure. That was all, I worked in the Air Force at that time, so that was making bases work, which is congested and has different challenges. And, they pay for the runway first, and then they pay for the mess hall and the whole club, and then they figure out where to put the barracks. That's kind of how that goes. But I had a lot of time with that. I worked with some large contractors. I did some large projects. So I have some construction experience, albeit a little older because of the positions I'm in now. I do manage a facility with 60 employees and 28 helicopters, and I'm the primary maintenance manager for all of that fleet of aircraft. They're worth about $14 million apiece, so I do handle a lot of equipment, high dollar stuff, manage a lot of large assets. But yeah, the weakness I would probably have is I'm not in the real estate business, but I do think I have a good vision of what the community can grow to. I grew up in this area, I grew up in Weezer. Main Street, to be specific, Weezer's not going private either, but we used to be really competitive football, if you remember back in the 80s.
Yeah, I noticed that you have mechanical engineering and some, you seem to be on the engineering side. That's why I asked you about the construction project engineer.
Full disclosure, all that I ever got me was in flight school. I never really operated as an engineer.
That's okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
The lack of background in real estate, I wouldn't exactly say that's a weakness either, because we want, perspective of the community from this committee, so. I didn't mention it, and I apologize for my tire, but I'm very active in coaching baseball, and we're working on a 13U All-Star team.
I was looking at that.
So.
Actually, I think they're practicing at the new field, right?
They are at the new fields, which are awesome.
Mr. Bobby over there. Thank you, Bobby.
We won't knock you for your wardrobe. I mean, look how Chris.
One more question
forgot
before you
to
leave. Your NTSB and transportation safety accident investigation, is that more air related?
100%
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Quinn. Thoughts, comments?
Do we close public hearing?
Yeah, it's not a public hearing, it's just a conversation and then an appointment, so.
They both qualified in this. I think they're both very involved in Kuna. They've been involved in Kuna.
Anyone want to make a motion, accept one? Flip a coin?
This is just my 2 cents. If I'm going to flip a coin, I'm going to make a motion that we involve Mr. Chad Queen.
Have a motion? I'll second that. Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Mr. Queen. And, sorry, I got to go back to now. Mr. Tanner, thank you guys for at least stepping up, and we'll have we can still keep this information if we.
For the record, Doug Hanson, Kuna Planning and Zoning. We'll keep that information on file, and just so everybody in the audience hears, anybody can come to these future land use map advisory committee meetings. You won't necessarily have a vote or be a voting member. You can listen in to any of the information and provide some input.
And all the input's welcome. When we set that up, that was the important thing, is to have community input on what our city's going to look like in the future, so. Now we'll move to number 8, ordinances. You need me to read it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm still new running the meetings, yeah. It's going to make one of you run it, read it. Consideration.
All right, I didn't know. I think they just said Queen, or did they say sorry to Queen? Mr. Queen, if you'll come up and just give us a brief explanation. I'm pretty sure he was the one who got it, the guy in the shorts. Okay.
I'm going to flip a coin. I'm going to make a motion that we involve Mr. Chad Queen.
Have a motion? I'll second that. Have a motion and a second.
All right, so looks like the first guy, the guy in the shorts, got it. Normally, if you're a developer and the agenda is to increase the future land use map. Likely they would have already talked to the different city council members individually before even coming up. If that was part of the spiel, to hand some political donations or something for their future campaigns. So that's where that would usually work. But yeah, they didn't seem to have that many questions. I mean, it may have been like, the thing also is, I'm not sure what it is for city races, what the limits are. I would assume that it's like $1,000. So $1,000 just from, one guy isn't really enough. And, this isn't really a super sexy sort of job position. So most of these guys aren't up here, doing this for the money or for the prestige. So, it is what it is. So, yeah, it looks like Mr. Queen got it here. And keep in mind, and for the future land use map committee, that is only 11 people. So it's one person of 11. I'm just going to take a look really quick here, see if there's anything else. Okay. Oh, so here we got all of his personal information here. It's already in there. So he already talked about that. Oh, here's his resume. Looks like he lives in Nampa. North side, on your way north up to the 84, not to the West Lake. And then here's Corey's. Oh, I know Corey. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, so I don't have anything bad to say about Corey. It's so weird when you have people that you know personally. No, it was fine working with Corey. No problems. So I wouldn't say, I didn't get the sense that he. So if they were like a shill, so to speak, for the development community, you wouldn't. It would be more contentious, but it was pretty clear. So anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. So have a good one. Bye bye.